Hello dear children, hope all of you are utilizing your time well. So now we will revise whatever we have learned in your previous class and then we will go through our lesson. So what we have learned, what is development, all you know. Then we have learned about aspects or characteristics of development. There three aspects were there. Number one, different people have different developmental goals. Development for one may not be development for others. And number three, people tend to look at the mix of goals for their development, right? All of these three, you have to learn all these 3 points by heart. It is very, very important. Let's go ahead and look each one of them in detail, right? Now children, see here, there I have been given a list of different developmental goals here, okay? So the first developmental goal is income. You can see at the top, what is this? This is income, okay? So the most frequently asked question from this chapter is, rather than income, what are the other developmental goals? So you can answer, rather than income, other developmental goal is good standard of living. So if a particular person achieves good standard of living, he feels that he is developed. Then satisfaction. If he or she is satisfied in what she is doing, she is achieving satisfaction, so that they have achieved developmental goals, okay? So that is their developmental goal. Then equal treatment. Many castes or many sectors of the society are not equally treated, all we know, okay? So if they receive the equal treatment, they feel that they have reached their developmental goals. I already told you in our previous class. So their goal is to be treated equally. So equal treatment can also be a developmental goal. Next one is freedom. Freedom is also a developmental goal. For example, if there is a girl and if she is not getting the same freedom as her brother is getting, so for her getting freedom is her developmental goal. Then security. Security for females, security for job can be a developmental goal for few people. Next one is ample opportunities for youngsters. If they get ample opportunities, they can reach their developmental goals. Then for few, respect. Respect in the society, respect in their household, is their developmental goals. Okay, then look at the second characteristics of developmental goals. Development for one may not be development for others. In our previous class, beta, we have I have explained you in detail ki and right now I have given you an example of a dam. That time also I told you. And so if a dam is constructed for generating more electricity, it is a developmental goal for few people like industrialists or the other those who are staying in the urban areas. But at the same time, construction of dam might not be the development for other people like the tribals who are staying nearby. So it's not development for them, it is destruction for them, okay? Our third aspect was people tend to look at the mix of goals for their development. So where we are not stick with income, okay? Rather than income, we have to see what? Job security, working atmosphere, etc. Then we will ask or we will learn about what is national development. National development refers to the ability of a country to improve the social welfare of the people. For example, providing social amenities such as quality education, potable water that we can drink, okay, transportation, infrastructure and good medical care, okay. So these are the basic parameters which dedicate a country is which decide a country it is able to give to improve the social welfare of the people, okay. Now children, if you want to compare different countries, for comparing countries, what is the main or important attributes? It is income, okay. So you have learned there are two ways. You can calculate total income or you can calculate average income. As you know, total income is not a useful measure because there are different countries with different population. So the country which is having a large population, their total income will be large obviously, and the country which total population is less, the total income will always be less, okay. So this is not the useful measure to compare with the income only, okay. So now you can take average income or per capita income. As you all know, it is already learnt, I think, for all of you. What is the formula of average income? It is total income of the country divided by total population. Now children, if you classify countries with per capita income, the countries are divided into three, okay. Rich countries, low middle income countries and low income countries, okay. Now children, you should always remember that this classification is brought out by World Bank. So what are rich countries? Rich countries are those countries whose per capita income is more than 12,236 US dollar per annum and above, okay. And this is according to 2016 World Development Reports. Now the countries who earn per annum income of 1,005 US dollar or less than it, they considered as low income countries, right? Now children, you should remember that India falls under low middle income countries, okay. Low middle income country, okay. India's per capita income was US dollar 1840, okay, per annum. So the classification of countries like rich countries, low middle income countries and low income countries, that is given by World Bank, okay. Previously I told you, and it is based on per capita income.